Around Ocean Shine, I'm back here again to try to draw a picture of Amber Rose because that other picture that was just too ratchet, and I didn't want to do Amber like that. Amber is too pretty for to be just drawn any type sort of way. So I'm trying to do it right this time. I am not. I'm trying not to rush it. I got all my pencils here too. Let me see. Um, this time I don't think I'm gonna outline it first. I'm just gonna go and just draw. What color it in? What is this? What color is this? Orange. It's 11 o'clock. Um, Let me see. Let me pull back up her picture. Okay, yeah, so I know what I'm doing. I think I want to do her eyebrows first. In the picture, her eyebrows was brown. She had brown eyebrows in this picture. So I'll move this back. This is camera off my laptop, and it's too much work. I just need to go in the vest. Well, I need the money to do so. Just bills been popping up, and I think I rarely see bills being paid and not see stuff getting turned off. I don't think that. Let's see, what color is this? It's just regular brown. Amber's too pretty to just be drawn up ratchet. Because I know somebody was making a cartoon of me. I would want them to put a lot of heart and soul into it. Not just try to be like Speedy Gonzalez. Um, I think on the pictures her eyebrows was a lot more thicker. But I'm leaving it thin because I want it to come out very pretty. Now, I think I need to sharpen this. I have seen her wear her eyelashes like this before. I know it's not on the picture, but I think it was for Halloween. I liked it there, so I really like Amber. Because I think, let's see, yeah, I don't even remember where. To be honest, I don't remember where I saw had wore her make it like this. I just remember seeing her wearing like that, and I liked it. No, I don't like her. She be trying to sell like sex toys or anything, but I don't agree with playing with yourself. But other than that, I do enjoy her just being her. I do enjoy that. And she's very pretty. Anything that represent black people. I don't even know what color this is. I should have looked at it first. It's pretty pink. I just get the pesto. I think I'm learning how to use the pesto. I mean, I think it's still gonna take me some time to really learn how to use it. Oh, what color is this? Peach. I got peach and I got gold. Maybe I use the peach around her cheeks. But other than that, I think I might use the gold. Because she got kind of like a bronze. I think this is like a bronze gold. Can't really see the words real good. Yeah. Try not to press down too hard on it. I want her to look very, very distinguished. Like she always does. For a minute there, I saw her with long hair, but now I haven't seen how she looked lately because I had stopped following her. She was too provocative for me. Too provocative. That I was like, I think I need to stop following Amber. She's too provocative for me. Uh, Usually I turn the camera off at this time, but I just want to make sure that I do her right. Tamar, I didn't do Tamar the same way because I was in a hurry. It was a Saturday night and I was tired and I was like, but I did. And I think Tamar was too much of a cake face to me. But I could tell we must gonna have a bad storm because the arthritis in my hands are bad, pretty bad. At first, it wasn't so bad when I first got started, but now I'm really feeling it now. I'm gonna outline it once I'm finished with everything. But I just want to go and just do this first. I need to start keeping my reference. on the phone. I've been stuttering again. Clumsy. I don't have, I having a hard time having the grip in my hand because of the lupus. Tell you one thing, lupus, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you hear somebody brag that they got lupus, then you might want to question, do they really got lupus? Because lupus is nothing to brag about. You talking about misery, torture, sadness, always something wrong with you, kidney failure. Oh, and when you have lupus, they automatically assume that you're drinking because the lupus attacks the pancreas. It attacks the pancreas. It attacks what you call that? The liver. The lupus has no mercy, and really, the lupus attack everything because there's something in your body that's unbalanced that the lupus is trying to get out. The lupus is like, well, we just gonna have to sacrifice this part of his or her body so that we could get the rest of the body back on track because this body ain't supposed to be like this. And like my mom, she suffered kidney failure because her body was unbalanced. I ain't never suffered kidney failure, but I have experienced bladder. My bladder, oh yeah, I had experienced my kidneys acting up. It was my heart. Oh, I had developed a hole in my heart because of the lupus. The lupus had gave me put a hole in my heart. It put a hole in my heart. It's almost like it got mind of its own. It put a hole in my heart, thinking, oh, her heart can't breathe. So let's put a hole in the heart. Maybe air could come in and do there. And really just, you proud that you got lupus? Do you know how lupus makes you feel? Do you know how trapped you feel with lupus? Man, lupus horrible. I mean, I'm glad it's not. Shoot. I mean, it's not like AIDS or anything, but it still don't make you feel too good. You always gotta be watchful what you eat, like tomatoes. Don't take in tomatoes because the tomatoes will cut up the lupus and then the body will begin to shut down. Don't mess with the tomatoes. Don't mess with the celery. Don't mess with the celery. The celery, oh my goodness, don't mess with the celery. What else? Oh, I know a lot of vegetables you have to stay away from. I never forget, like, every time I experience something, for some reason, when I experience something, my mom experienced it. And I never forget, like, I went outside, just going outside, and then everything just turned white. White. Lupus, the sun, ray beam, the lupus did not react to the sun too well. So it was like, because I got poor vision. Well, it's not that poor, but you know what I mean. My lupus was like, the sun is bad on her eyes. It's too bright. So let's turn everything white. I'm talking about I seen white. I had to go in the house. It took a minute, but then my vision came back to me. Next thing you know, my mama seen white. Matter of fact, my mama saw white the other day. I'm telling you, lupus is horrible. And I be seeing all these people, and it's a lot of people that's lying like they got lupus and don't know nothing about lupus. Is horrible. I'm telling you, lupus is not a sickness that you need to go around telling people you get, because why you want to brag to people that you suffering? Why you want people to? I mean, that's you suffering. Look how the lupus did Nick Cannon. I knew Nick Cannon. I'll tell you something. I knew Nick Cannon really did have lupus. When he sat there and said, well, anybody, I'll tell you, anybody that got lupus was tell you this. And he said what everybody with lupus was thinking. He said lupus sucked. And let me tell you something. It does. It's an unpleasant autoimmune disease. I'm telling you, you're allergic. Oh man, you be like allergic to this. You find you might not be allergic to that. Then one day you're allergic to it because lupus like, this is not good for you. The white cells. The white cells kicks in too much. The white cells kick in when it don't need to be kicked in. It just kicks in. Like, if they bragging, I'm just gonna be, you know what? I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I'm just gonna tell you like it is. Toni Braxton does not have lupus. I know she said that the doctor said that she had lupus. If Toni really did have lupus, she would not brag that she had lupus. She have lupus. I believe Toni do got a disease. But I don't believe it's lupus because if she really got the lupus disease, she wouldn't be bragging. She'd be suffering. She'd be miserable. Man, tell you, lupus takes so much. If you overstress, you can't even get too excited. Because you get too excited, lupus like, something going wrong because she's too excited. And then next thing you know, the lupus is cutting up because you get overexcited. I'm trying to calm myself down right now talking about this lupus. But Selena Gomez, for years, she said she was a diabetic. For years. Then all of a sudden one day I got lupus. I was like, man, you got lupus. I'm telling you, anybody who got real lupus, they could be like, why are you happy that you got this disease? Do you know lupus ends your life early? Some people with lupus don't even make it to see 40. Michael Jackson, I'm going to tell you something right now. Michael Jackson did have lupus. Michael had all the signs of lupus, especially when he turned white. Your lupus, let me tell you something, because it did it to me. Your lupus could be so bad and come from the sun. I remember, okay, like when I turned my vision just turned completely white. Like the sun is not too good on lupus all the time. Depending on how the sun is aiming, the temperature, all that, it gotta be a balance. If there's no balance, then everything go haywire. My skin did just like Michael Jackson. My mama's skin too. We was standing in the sun. You just be want to enjoy the outside view. Go in the house. The next day, my skin was peeling and it was white. And I still be wrestling with my skin. And I be saying, I be praying. I said, Jesus, I don't want to look like Michael Jackson. I don't want to have Michael Jackson. Cause Michael, his was so bad, he couldn't get, no matter, I don't care. Michael did have lupus. Lupus is not something to brag about. Because all you do, you be in misery. You can't enjoy a lot of food. And it's hard to break habits. Just like I'm not supposed to be drinking pop. And I be drinking pop knowing that it's bad on my lupus. And I be saying, Lord, forgive me. Please don't allow my body to react so bad. Lupus need water. You need water. You need rest. You just need vitamin D. I think you need vitamin D. Lupus could give you jaundice. It could give you jaundice. You trying to have, you like, I got jaundice. How I get that? You got it from the lupus. And let me tell you something. If you know the misery of having an autoimmune disease, I mean, you go tell people so they could be aware, just in case something happened, you get sick, you might fall out somewhere. Cause lupus make you fall out. You could go into a coma. Uh, for a long time, I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat for a long time because of my lupus. Every time I ate something, I would vomit it back out. I couldn't keep food in me because of the lupus. The lupus was rejecting the food. What color was the shirt she had on? Doing all this talking. But lupus is not a dang something to be proud about. Oh, the shirt was black. Okay. She had a black shirt on with some white around it. But when I see Tony and them be like, I got lupus, I like, you really got lupus, you wouldn't be smiling. I do believe Tony got something. The way she was holding around, I don't think it's lupus the way she was holding around. Lord forgive me. The way there ain't no lupus you get. You might want to check to make sure you ain't got no syphilis. Because that's what you sound like you get. You sound like you get syphilis. Tony a big liar anyway. Always lying about she don't spend no money, that she ain't getting done right. Let me put it this way, she was getting more money than what TLC was receiving. TLC, man, Peppers know she did it wrong. And L.A. Reid, I think that's his name, L.A. Reid. He know he did not do TLC right. He didn't do them right. So I guess that's it. Amber Rose. I feel pretty good that I went back over there again because Amber is really pretty, and I didn't want to be like one of those people that just don't care and be ratchet and just drop anybody any type of way. I do feel like Jesus is blessing me to pick up my skills again, and I hope He bless me with this money because I do want to help Mom. Mom is so far her lupus been under control. Mine's, I'm trying to get mine's under control, but my mom, she been getting, and I want to help her to stay on what people usually say on the mission, but I think they use on the mission when they have cancer. But and you know what's the best drug to taste? To taste, I say taste. To take when you have lupus is, I know for this family, retinol. Retinol. When we cream, pills, whatever it may be, every time we get retinol, anything that's dealing with rejuvenation, that's when our body start acting right. Our body start acting good. But you know, zinc actually helps out a lot. Turmeric helps out with the RA too. Oh, and another thing, lupus can actually cause you to have bad acne. And let me tell you something. I wrestle with acne, but not like I used to. Man, acne used to attack me like crazy, man. Acne, man, like, and I didn't know that my mom went through the same thing. She had to take her yearbook picture with bad acne. Back then, they didn't know what was wrong with my mom. They know why she was so sick, why she kept going. She went into a coma so many times. It really wasn't until like she had us and the doctor started figuring out, oh, she got lupus. She was having coma. She was going to a seizure. My brother went into a seizure, and then nobody know why he went into a seizure. But they took his blood. They said they believe it was the Benadryl because my mom gave him some Benadryl for his allergies because he wrestled a lot of sinus, and they was like, well, we believe it might have been the Benadryl, but then eventually we just found out it wasn't the Benadryl, it was just the lupus, the unbalance, because the unbalance of the weather. I'm telling you, you can barely stand outside with lupus. Cold air is not good with the RA. Having RA and lupus, we got the lupus had gave us RA, and it gave us what you call that? It gave us RA. T-Boz got it. T-Boz and Bernie Mac had it. Well, T-Ball still got it. What did you call it? Sickle cell anemia? The doctor said he had gave us sickle cell anemia. It had sacrificed our blood cells, But if you was really suffering for lupus, you wouldn't be bragging. See, I can't get my words straight. You wouldn't be bragging about it. You be trying to pray about it. You be saying, Lord, have mercy on my soul. I know I do. All in the itch. You get these crazy itches on you because of the unbalance. When you get the crazy itch, that means you don't have like enough water in you. I've been using aloe vera. I don't know if aloe vera good for the lupus or not, but so far, drinking the aloe vera and rubbing the aloe vera gel on my skin actually been helping out a lot, but I need to find out is it really good for me or not. And just not soon. A lot of the medicine that the doctor gives don't look like it worked. But I do notice certain things. Jesus will show you what will work, just like Corona. If you talk to Jesus one on one and say, Lord, how can I protect myself from Corona? I know I just need you, but what can I do to keep Corona away from me? Jesus be like, because Jesus know the answers to everything. He knows it. He be like, oh, I know what you do to keep Corona from you. Just do this. And you be like the only one in your household that ain't got Corona, but everybody else got it. And they be like, why you ain't got Corona? Sometimes you be doing so good, you do be afraid to tell people the secret. Me is Jesus, but the lupus thing, cause those pills, man, those pills were making us gain weight. They were giving us steroids. Well, they giving my mom steroids. That stuff, man. Then I ain't gonna lie. Only thing you gotta do is just ask. When you ask him, he do tell you. He might not tell you at that moment of time, but one day it just all just come up to you. He be like, take that or try that. Or he might actually tell you, don't try that because that actually might increase it. Like I use for example again, Corona. If Jesus like fish, Jesus might say, don't eat the fish because you be like, why you don't want me to eat no fish? Fish supposed to be good for salmon and all that. And Jesus be like, because corona's on fish. And if you eat it, it can attach itself onto you. And I don't want that to happen. And you be like, thank you, Jesus, for keeping corona away from me. What can I eat? Jesus be like, eat that. Eat chicken. Or, oh man, white meat good for lupus. White meat is real good for lupus. Dark meat is not good for lupus. Red meat is not good for lupus neither. Stay away from the red meat and processed food. Processed food ain't too good neither. And brown stuff, like brown flour, it's not good for the lupus. Especially brown rice. Brown rice is not good for lupus. I tell you, ate it horrible. Let me tell you something. I ate brown rice. Brown rice is not good for lupus, right? I did eat some, and it made me bleed. And bleed. I go to the bathroom. I'm like, and you breathe through the bleeding come out through the front, not the back, the front. And then you vomit out. Not only do you bleed out through your front, you vomit out blood. Brown rice ain't good for lupus. Now, it's amazing how brown rice is good for people with, I think it's supposed to be good for people with diabetes, but I know you got that lupus thing, don't touch it because you going to be vomiting out blood. I never been close to death, but my mama, she did so many times. My brother too. I gotta admit that my brother did die, but they was due the grace of Jesus, they did bring him back. My little sister, she she could have had died, but Due the grace of God, she didn't go nowhere. My sister had pneumonia. I don't know, was it 1, 2 years ago? She almost died. And really, the lupus, it had something to do with the lupus, with the pneumonia. But my sister still and have not processed in her mind that she's not like, she can't be like everybody else. I still need process in my mind that I can't be like everybody else, because I gotta let go of the pot. I drink pop like I drank no beer or something, and I only drink beer. Believe it or not, beer is actually pretty good for lupus, but I don't recommend anybody that come from somebody that has an addict in their family. My dad, he was an addict in drugs and alcohol, so that's why I don't touch it. Wine is good too. Wine is good, but I don't, that's the, if you know you got that in your DNA, then you need somebody to help modelize you in that. A doctor and somebody, maybe a mom, a dad, a spouse, just somebody that'll help modelize you in that area. I need to darken this down like that. I just need to leave it alone. Yeah, that stuff is actually pretty good. Man, you be in such horrible pain. They were going to like recommend, cause my mama, she almost died from that lupus. They recommend to help without the pain. They was like, you want morphine? Do you want some marijuana? But my mom, I think, she was affected, and I was too. We all was. We was affected by being around people that abuse that stuff. We was like, man, we take that stuff, we're gonna be addicts to it too. Even though a couple of times I did want to do my mom need to be on it, but my mom ain't gonna lie. Jesus been showing her mercy. She been losing weight. She look good. She been losing weight. She been eating healthy. I've been trying to help. I've been trying to help. I ain't gonna lie. I really have been trying to help, and I've been trying to show Jesus that I am grateful for my mother, and I don't want her to go nowhere. She doing good. It's been 5 years since, I think more than 5 years since she been out the hospital. She been doing great. It's like Jesus just came. He just came and just leveled out everything. I mean, she still, every now and then, she'll feel that pain in her body, but she's doing great. She still got a hole in her heart. I do too. And that stuff do cost money. And I don't know. I'm just gonna be honest with you. We didn't start getting better until we stopped going to the doctor. When my mom started going to the doctor, that's when she started getting better. When we all stopped going, we were just, it was almost like we was healed. Even though the lupus do attack, just like it's attacking my hands right now with the RA, it's not bad. It was almost like the pills that they were giving us was making it more worse. My skin, my skin doesn't do like Michael Jackson. I mean, every now and then it be trying to turn white on certain parts, like on my chest. If my arm is exposed to the sun, then the skin, it'll affect the lupus and try to turn white. But as long as I don't expose it to the weather, it's actually a nice cocoa butter color. You can't see my complexion because the room is dark, and I'm using my laptop camera, but as long as I don't expose to the sun, my skin don't try to change or nothing. But when it's like we had to stop going just to receive a healing. Not saying that all doctors are bad, but they do be trying to experiment on people. They be trying to experiment on people sometimes. Um, it's getting late. Mine will turn off. I ain't talking to nobody. I'm just sitting up here. Well, you know what? I'm talking to you, Jesus. I'm talking to you. Sitting here like I'm talking to somebody.